Hey everyone, Zhonos here. I just have to show you this hilarious build, and then maybe we'll do an episode where I go through it. Maybe we'll try a higher difficulty, because this was King difficulty, so maybe I'll try it at King 9. Either way. So as you can see, we're running King of Nomads and Slimes, and I made dragons work. It, well, let's just say it's worked. It works surprisingly well, but you have to start it with a bunch of troops. I'll show it off maybe in the King 9 run. I really thought dragons were just super terrible, and I still think they're not very good, but you know, I think this is how you make them work. You could do a lot of things instead of dragons. You could do other stuff with the camps here, but the goal here is Slime just generates units for me. So as long as I pick 3 kings, 2/3 kings let me get rid of tiles constantly. So we have King of Greed. I took King of Progress for the longest time to get a lot of level ups, but now that I have all my tiles filled, you get King of Greed for Mortgage. So you get a level 3 mortgage sale, so you get a bunch of money. And because we have Pillage, it doubles. So I think it's 30 per level, which is 90, and it's doubled, so it's 180, but for some reason I feel like I get 300 and something. I must be missing something that triggers that. But anyway, yeah, we do mortgage and we do offerings. I'll show you here. And then and look at what happens when I get rid of this card. Boom, they all get 20% stats. And then let's just put some buffs down. This is my front line. They're not the most tanky in the universe. In fact, I think I'm going to die around year 70 or 80. Because they're not tanky enough. But, yeah, look, so Slime will duplicate themselves into a neighboring tile. I don't know if it's more efficient to actually have a bunch of slime duplicating every turn. I don't think so, though, because I can't get rid of them fast enough. So I'm trying this setup here, where we have the base and then 2 spots for the slime. And because these middle dragons are the ones I was able to place the most, and they have the most camps around them, they're the strongest, so losing these tiles for buffing purposes is not so bad. Although, I think if I'm being super efficient, maybe the warlords would go here, and the slime would go here and here. But anyway, yeah, let's see what happens. Oh, I'm fighting the boss, so we'll just do this. So, yep, and all the boosts, and then... and they die. I'm looking for mortgage here. Yep. So I think what's going to happen here is this isn't going to work for endless because I don't have a tanky enough front line. But that's okay. I think if you're not going insane with dragons, you actually could build a front line back here and do the dragons up here. And then the front line unit you might have. So like you have made of slimes duplicating. And then you have some kind of setup with like a defender or something that you could buff up to be basically unkillable. Ideally, you actually want to do steel coats. I think steel coats would be better than relying on health. Anyway, let's sell this. Yes. I think... theoretically, though, the dragon should spit fire and hit them on the way to the warlord. So maybe this can go infinite, so I don't think it will. Out of these, I'll take the King of Progress just so I have a tile deleting card. Even though I don't need the level ups. Okay. I will do Earthworks because it triggers the stat boosts. I don't have another tile deleting card, though, unfortunately, so I'll just play my buffs and sell the rest. Which I'll sell. Yeah, and I'll sell the rest. I don't really need any of them. Yeah, so we'll find out. So where'd my music go? Can I have my music back? Maybe I don't get music anymore. Play this. I broke the game. Maybe I'll need to find a music and put it in here. Take a mortgage. I could do payroll again. That's terrible though. I'll take the reroll. I would love Cryo Flame, but I don't know if you can get more than 3 stacks. It's not common that you can get more than 3 stacks of anything, really. These aren't troops, but we could try Catharsis. I really shouldn't trigger, though. But what else would we take? Are these summons? I'm having the wrong thing. Summons are powerful. Okay, so what's the number? 2587. Move, camp. 2587. Okay. It says summon, but I guess warns don't trigger. At least they don't show on the stats here. Oh well. Mortgage. And get him. Yeah, my music's gone. That's so crazy. I broke it. Broke the music. Okay, procreate you. And we sell. Ah, it's so glorious though. We just have infinite tile deletion. Oh. The music only plays during the battle. Did you hear the singing? The Mongol? Yeah, the Mongol throat singing? Mongolian throat singing? There we go. Get rid of you. We'll just sell these and save the overhaul. Oh my gosh. So these ones in the corners, and the edges, they're obviously getting buffed more slowly, especially like these back ones right here. But it doesn't really matter. Now, alternatively, there is, if you could generate migrate cards somehow really like super regularly, it would be better to migrate than to delete constantly. But I don't think, yeah, I don't think it's a good way to do that, except with like a lot of money maybe. But even that's not like consistent. Also, King of Progress, go away, please. If I could piece out my own faction, I would. Okay, well, we'll see how we do, how we fare. Yeah, see, they're moving faster. That's the problem, is they move faster and faster. Guess I'll take shields. Not like it matters, really. Like, no amount of... I cannot scale the slime fast enough. We just have to hope that the dragons always clear... like, not here, but also can cast breath back here in time before the units run straight to my warlords here. I feel like that's not going to work out the way I would like. We will do migrate here. And then we'll clone you, doesn't matter. I'm going to overhaul you. And then we'll shields. That's so funny, I broke it. Okay. Yeah, we don't really care about the slime to be... Oh, yeah, you see? They're too fast. I had a feeling that's what was going to happen here. Yeah, dang. So I guess we need a front line to do this correctly. On top of the slimes. So we need slimes. And then some kind of unit back here. Or somewhere. Somewhere we hide a unit that we buff over and over. Come on. Here we go. Huh. Long-termism. I think I will die before then. Come on, give me something fun. I want to see what I can get here. Increase the range. Let's try gunpowder. I wonder if that affects the dragons. It would be pretty cool if it did. Let's see. It's not going to be easy to tell, though. Oh my gosh. So yeah, the King of Greed just runs right by. Freaking sprints into my back line. Yeah, I think we're dead here. I mean, I guess we could peace out King of Greed if we were trying to just last as long as possible, but I think we'll wrap this run up and then we'll try a King 9 run and see how far we can go. Get the gold, I guess. Go. Earthworks. Camp. Procreate and shields you. There we go. Satisfying. Yeah, okay, we're dead here. Well, it was a good run. I broke the game because the music stopped. They just run right through my dragons. Like, these dragons aren't doing anything. You see the ones that aren't doing damage? They didn't hit anything. This is my other problem with dragons. They don't do anything. Okay. I'll show you the perks I took, by the way. I could have grabbed dragon damage, but I don't think that's necessary. I'd rather have a really strong start. Migration card. Yep, that's really important. I think for this build on King 9, we might do... Instead of triple decrees. This thing's useless. I'm never going to get it. Do we do stronger warlords? I think we do. Like this. And then we put these two back. Just to make sure we have a stable start. And let's... Oh, wait, I hit... It's king difficulty. Give it back. End run. Oh no, I lost after 9 seconds. Survived a year, apparently. So we go here. Let's try to win with King 9, which we haven't done yet. We've done King 9 too. If it's too tough, I might drop it down to like King 3, just to get a little bit of an interesting run. Okay, that's... I think we'll just try to win with a dragon, so... Let's see, we're gonna... It doesn't matter what we do at the start, we're just gonna, like, cram a bunch of units together. So... Let's throw the warlord out of the way. Yeah, and then we're gonna do the... We have a dragon den. How fun. These are pretty bad units. I guess the imps are okay with the mob. So I don't need to put the dragon den down. We were gonna do... If I set the dragon dens down now, then dragon den here, 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 and here. And maybe here. So I'll put them down here in preparation for this formation. But for now, I'm going to prioritize the mob because they grow with the number of units and we have a bunch of random troops to work with them. Too bad our troop count with these troops are terrible, like Labrad. 3. 6. I should turn off auto. I need to control this at this difficulty. I think I'll take migration. Ironically enough, I think it's this. And then is either that or the warlords. Warlords are actually better, but I want to try and migrate them back into one of these two spots. I think if I put them here, it will still trigger maybe? I guess we could force it by getting a I don't want to waste rerolls. I'll just take I'll put the rats here. Why not? Okay. Also, side note for dragon placement, you want to lean more this side. You have to pick between the two. Here, I want to not lose. We have a high attack unit. 7. No, I don't. Catharsis might be super good, actually. I'll take Feast, though, just to, like, have a better shot at winning. No, they don't recruit. So if you migrate other units next to the mob, it will recruit, as if you had placed a new unit. But I guess the mob, it only treats new units like that. Yeah, that makes sense. Here. List, I guess. Again, I don't want to waste my rerolls. We're just trying to not lose early game while we hopefully get more camps. I guess I'll roll once. There we go. We got a camp. Double HP. Okay, so I need to get my defensive unit, defender preferably, and I need to get him there. Okay, we're at a shop with some decent options. I really wish I got the defender, but we haven't really faced the King of Progress lately for some reason. So here I'm thinking overhaul. Definitely overhaul. And then maybe we just save the money. The other cards are really good too, though. And then I'm going to just overhaul away the freaking warlocks. They're super useless. Ideally, the defensive unit we're going to put there. So I'm actually going to do this and do this. Because this will be a dragon. I could get rid of the farm later. We're piecing out King of Stone, by the way, as soon as we can. Yeah, they beat us up. Yeah, we didn't hit our defensive unit. We get a bunch of migration, I guess. I can migrate. What is he doing there? What are you doing there? Get out of there. Oh, man. What is going on here? Well. We move you. Put the camp down. We move the imps. We move the imps. And then move. And then we shield you. We're dead. They're all gonna die. Yep. Yeah, we just didn't get we didn't fight King of Progress once. We're in year 13. That was just bad luck. That's okay, that happens. Let me just do a quick restart. Let me find King of Progress. I don't feel good about King of Spells. Although they are better long term. We'll try this, I guess. Yep. Okay, we could play a little bit further back here. Shame we didn't have better units, but it is what it is. So in this setup, I'm going to put the Dragon Den here because we're going to put the other one here. Level the Warlord. Place the other 2 units real quick. And go from there. Good. We might get our Defender. I think I'm going to use my reels to get it. But we're going to have the Warlord clogging up the... Ah! Hate you, Warlord! Hate you! I hate how your faction's base shows up and like clogs everything up. So evil. Big shields here. If I sell here, I get 9. I get another 9. I'm just gonna sell. I want my rerolls. Here's to hoping we hit the Defender, I mean. Good. Overwork is okay. I'd rather have some power sooner. Pillage is not the right time, but I'll take it anyway. So, what's the plan now? I think the plan now is we need the defenders like here or here, I think. Because we'll go camp, 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 right? So with that in mind, it's a shame to waste this. We could wait for the tower. But I'd rather have the defender down so I can start doing shields and whatnot. So I'm going to actually migrate you, put the defender down. Offering is amazing, especially with pillage. Baby boom. Oh, we could migrate over there. We're going to get a lot of migration cards from the tower. I guess we'll do the circuit and run this way. The problem is migration could run backwards again. But we're like the opposite side. Oh, well, it is what it is. We'll give it a shot. I think I will overhaul, actually. Good. We hit the defenders. And yeah, I'll do that. Dang. A lot of health, but not enough. I should have hit the warlords more, I guess. They did a lot of damage. We need to piece them out, I guess, if we ever make it there. Okay, so... yeah, I would put the camp down. I guess I could move the camp later. My concern is if I migration, they could just walk back. Hilariously enough. I'm going to level these guys up. Yeah, King of Progress is really bad for me because they will target my weaker units first before they're hitting the defenders. Wow, they killed my defenders. That's wild. Hey, we're on King 9. It's no joke. Oh, I don't like any of these. Is it even worth trying to run these guys down there? I mean, that would be ideal. We could get level ups. I don't have a lot of money. I'd like King of Nature. Doesn't look like we'll get it. Yeah, this is looking a bit scary. I'll take shields here, I guess. shoot the back line a little bit first, and then we try to shoot the front line. Wow. Yeah, they mow us down. Yeah, we're neglecting our warlord too much. We don't have ways to buff the... because we went pillage. East would have been so much better. This might be the end of this attempt. Yep, that's the end. I think just to show it off, I'll drop the difficulty down. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Yeah, I think it is possible, this difficulty, but I just want to show off a fun build. I'll be right back. Okay, I think I'm back with hopefully the right strat. We'll find out pretty quickly. But anyway, yeah, so what the plan is, okay. The plan here is we're going to use the mob and cemeteries as our front line. And eventually, I want to have the cemeteries on my flanks, and then I want the slimes to keep like reproducing right here and generating me infinite mob units to be my front line. And they'll have a bunch of steel coats that should be replicated through the cemeteries. So in the meantime, I've put myself in a really dumb position here, sadly. But that's okay. I think we just move you. And then I think the mob will stay here, by the way, because I'm going to do camp, right? Oh no, I can't. If I do camp there, the mob might actually have to go back eventually. Yeah, no, the mob might have to go back and the slime shows up here. Well, anyway, I'm just trying to make it to that stage. So I think, I don't know if migration, well, but Gigantify applies, so maybe these do get it too, actually. I would rather have more mob units, but at the same time, I guess them being more useful is good. Because if I move them here, I'll get 9 more mob units, although that's not really a lot. I'll buff their stats. Like this. I guess I'll leave them there for now. Do I? Yeah, I want the cemetery to proc them, so I'll just get rid of the units for now. Actually, I think I'll come back later when this becomes more successful, so I'll see you there. Well, I guess I'll come back just to show what happens when the build fails. It's actually doing great, but this is only King difficulty. Not like King 9 or anything. But no, what I want to point out is I missed the freaking slime. I rerolled a bunch and it didn't hit. And now my life... not my life. Now my morale, I guess. And I guess my life. Is feeling quite down. But hey, you know, the dragons are doing their thing. I will give them that. I don't know why I rolled there. I should have just grabbed a card. Anyway, we're about to fight the last boss, so we'll have fun with that. And then I think after we beat the last boss, we'll just reconvene in endless mode. By then, I just need to find the freaking slimes somehow. Which means making a ton of money. I'm so sad. Although that's a cool card. But I can't Earthworks my warlords. I guess I'll just do this so I can put that back. And then I'll... Don't need this many shrines. So we'll do this to Earthworks them away. And we'll put them down again. I'll put the steel coat down here. Overhaul. Overhaul. The shrine over here. I do want these out of the way, actually. I'll move them now. And then I think they put the dragons here and here. I don't really need them. The middle is the only one that really matters. Actually, like this side matters. So I'll put this here for now to block in the warlords. And it's just put on auto. Like, it's easy. We're on king difficulty. Yeah, the dragons one-shot them. That's what I want. I want the dragons to one-shot. And then what they don't hit, I want my front line to keep busy. So I'll catch you around year 80 again, I think, or whenever it was I died. Be back in a moment. Come on, slime. What? I'll take it. Come on, slime. Problem is the shop costs go up. And they don't really go down. So. No slime for me. Oh, I'm so sad. So we have to do the long-termism and then turn my hand into rainbow cards. Man. Oh, that's so sad. Okay, I guess I'll move you back. Trigger all the stat boosts. I mean, theoretically, we're already fine, I guess. It's just not the same without the slime. I guess I'll put a cemetery here for now for the lulz. And we'll just go from here. Well, while we wait for slime, which is who knows what year, that'll be year 200 at this rate. While we wait, I'm just going to use the warlords here because there's 45 units. And so I can just add 45 to the mob, which is amazing. And then I can maybe fish for procreates and then put the warlord next and then use procreate. Like, look, 320. Now they're at 365. It's actually quite amazing how strong that card is. I'll also mortgage this away. I'm not going to mortgage. Maybe I can mortgage a camp. Where's a camp I don't care about? I guess I'll get rid of this camp. I don't want to get rid of these two because they block in my warlords. There we go. We should win in one hit, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, not even close. Yeah, the closest thing about it is, will our mob stack survive? So we need more steel coats, really, is the reality here. We take outsourcing to help us with the shop. I hope I can find the slime someday. We are at year 70, 71 now, though. So I think we've already surpassed the previous build. I mean, we didn't need that many dragons, to be fair. Dragons are our damage source, and we just need something that can survive. I don't want to waste my rerolls until a shop. Hopefully we get a good shop here. Ooh, enchantments are pretty good. It's not going to work on the warlord, but that would be really funny. Okay, I don't want to overspend here, so I'm actually going to just dig. Ooh, brokerage really good though. And mortgage will pay for itself. Steel coat's really important. And no more. Yeah, no more buying. I don't think the slimes are going to show up though as a problem here. Gigantic if I showed up in the building shop though. I'll just take steel coat and leave. Steel coat is really good. 300. It'll soon be 400 units. Like, look, I'll procreate these. So it's +9 on both. And then I can move these back and forth like that, and I'll get even more. The steel coat is amazing. Not only will it make the mob tankier, all 374 units, but all of the units that pop out of here will also get steel coats. Side note, let's do these real quick and mortgage you away. And then I think I'll offering you because I have another vault I could put in your place. I should have swords first. My weaker dragon's dens, although they're all... No, this one's really weak. And I guess I'll just pop you down. Go level it. And we wait for the next shop. Okay, so now we need long-termism. Yeah, see, because I would do refraction now, and that would give me 3 chances. But I'm going to long-termism. We have money that we can burn. And then we look for refraction. So we do supplies to fill our hand. And then we get the refraction to get rainbow cards. And hopefully slime will be in one of those cards. Don't ever use refraction with a normal number of cards, by the way. Not only does it apparently scam me out of a card sometimes for some reason, but even if it didn't do that, it's just not worth it. I don't think. I mean, it's a long shot if you're looking for a specific rainbow card like Gigantism, and that would clutch you the win. Then it might be worth it just as a last ditch. But otherwise, you should compare it with where is it? Supplies, or if this was King of Progress, you can do the 9 copies of the stupid crit card that's total garbage otherwise. In other news, I kind of want more migrate cards because it's super strong. I'll do 1 reroll real quick just for fun. The vault, just to have fodder. And then we'll put this down to block the migration. And we'll go ahead and migration now, actually. Why not? Oh, I got punished. I moved my guys. Problem is if I migration, I could go here, and I don't want to risk like trekking all around the universe. I'll just wait patiently. Okay, we hit long-termism. I'm going to actually take this long-termism in the off chance that I whiff this time. So we got the refraction early, so that was a misplay. Supplies. Yeah, I misplayed. I misplayed so bad! Try settlement to see what happens. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just trusted. I deserve... I deserve the punishment. Oh my gosh. Man, the game really wanted to punish me. That was crazy. It even gave me refraction twice after I would have been able to get it if I had picked supplies. What a mistake. We just have to make more money by then. Game, thank you. That's a good start. Now, how did the thieves do that much damage? They do 28.1 damage each. How do they manage that? I don't think the numbers the game gives us is actually accurate. Okay. Okay, we're here. Supplies. Free rerolls. And there's refraction, of course. And it's back again. I need supplies first. Can I get it anymore? Surely 2 isn't the max. What have I done? There it is. No! This is deserved. How am I so broke? Why? Why can't I get a slime? I just wanted a slime. This is miserable. Just wanted the slime. Was it too much to ask for? Apparently it was. I'm taking Echo Form. You'll see. You'll all see. If I can't have the combo I want, well, I'll get some other combo. Want to... Let's... Guess we move them there. And then Echo Form here. Did they get the double stats? I don't think they did. No, they didn't. Although it did benefit from the camp a little bit, which is pretty cool. Oh, that cemetery is enough of everything. Okay, hold on. Just get rid of a camp. Good. Ridiculous. And we get rid of that. Let's get our camp back. I think we eventually like prune some more, maybe. I need this to move back at some point. But in the and then this can dance here and here. In the meantime, I'll put this vault here. Oh, I'm so miserable. I'm so broke. That's the weakness of this build, is that it doesn't make money. I have no consistent way of making money with this build right now. Like, the best I can do is mortgaging my vaults, which is a pretty lame way to make money. Really? So now we need another cemetery here. Wow. And then we could just dance this around. And then they'll both benefit from the Warlord stack moving back and forth. Why am I so broke? I hate my life. I need money. I mean, I guess it's a low percent. Let's just... Yeah, but they're not going to kill anything. It's these guys killing everything. I need the mortgage. mortgages. We'll get it one day. I need to keep the... No, these guys are fine, actually. I'm going to mortgage that. We're coming up on the next Royal Council, too, so that's pretty big. I think I'll actually keep buffing the central one, though. But yeah, if... I guess just... Wow, that lagged a little bit. Whatever he hit doesn't really... I wish it could be in the other order, by the way. And we kind of missed pretty bad here. And just short of another reroll. I mean, none of these are any good, huh? Settlements. Let's just get rid of some of these unique ones. Hopefully they don't keep showing up. Okay, we got double migration. That's pretty good. Yeah, look. These are both gained from this. Bam. I have some happiness left in me. Not a lot, though. Start selling off my camps. I have to be careful not to sell off the dragon dens. We'll spend all game building up. This is the biggest disaster ever, though. At least, well, it's not over yet. I have at least 100 years, I'm sure, before my computer crashes. I shouldn't increase their the mobs any more than this, though. I'm gonna be honest. I need the money. I'm selling off all my camps. I mean, I don't need them, except for this cemetery could benefit from the camp still. Hit migration at the end, good. I'm gonna wait till I get a second migration. Because I want to benefit from perk rate. If and when I were to ever get it. Do I take gamble just so I have more chances with refraction? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Well, I can increase troops this way. I do have 2 overworks. Also died in 1 hit. Feels good. We did it! We did it! We got the slime. Year 147. With a refraction, only 3 cards in hand. We got the slime. Okay, this changes everything. This mob can go away. I don't care about them. This warlord is going in the corner. I guess we keep the farm. Although I would want it here. And then this could be the slime that grows. And then actually I want the slime here, I think. Put the slime here. Yes, either here or here. Probably here because there's already a farm here. No, that means slime. Well, I guess either way, we're only going to have 2 buffing. Unless we move the mob over. We could move the mob over 1. We might move the mob here. And then slime here. And we have buffing towers here. Okay, I'll come back when I set it up. This will take a little bit of setup. Maybe like year 170. I don't know. We'll see. By the way, let's test something real quick just for funsies. We're at 1860. I'm almost done moving these guys. And then the slimes are going to have to get over there somehow. But anyway, 1860, right? So my slimes should be at least 77. I might get more first before they pop here. Anyway, this number should go up. Let's just check to make sure it does once we start here. So let me do this real quick. Because if they do increase in number, yeah, they did. So yeah, no. Slime is busted. If you could get it with the... Well, there it is in the shop when I don't need it. Wow. I hate you too, game. So yeah, no. Wait, what? Oh, they're loading. So yeah, the slime will create a new slime which triggers mob. That's actually amazing. I need to do a build that's just slimes and mobs next, I think. Anywho, I'll be back. Okay, we hit King of Spells. This is all I've been waiting for. That's my game. Ooh, we got double dragon! They actually survived the first dragon somehow. I needed offering, so I had more cards in hand, so I can actually play a mortgage and then place a cemetery. So we're all set up here already. I just need... Let's mortgage away this guy, because I'm not going to use it anymore. We're going to mortgage this away, place a cemetery, and we're pretty much good to go. Final build for now. I mean, we could have kept the duplicate and put them over here, and then it could like duplicate both of these, and we could have had cemetery, cemetery, cemetery here. But I think this will do for now. So the slimes spawn a bunch of cemeteries. This could be camps instead, I suppose, and it would make the slime stronger over time. But just for fun, I mean, what else are we going to put here? Like, there's nothing else that really matters. Just this stack. So we've in this money. These are already pretty much max damage, like ages ago. And, yeah, these probably won't die. In fact, you know, you could theoretically try to buff their health, but I'm pretty sure the enemy will just one-shot me anyway. So what really matters is steel coat. So other than the number of units and not facing King of Stone, the best thing we could do is just add more steel coats. So I guess in theory, you'd actually want to run libraries to try to buff the steel coats as much as possible. But anyway, I think this will do for now. Yeah, so you just pick kings that can clear a tile, like King of Greed, King of Progress, although Progress isn't as good because you're not going to need the levels, or King of Spells. And then you get rid of the slime here, and then this slime duplicates back. And then you just have infinite slime, adding 170 or whatever number of slimes you have in here. Like, we'll just increase the number again. Why not? I mean, we could have done it here too, but this is the one I want to copy. So I actually want to target this one if I were to keep playing. You know what? I'll get another vault for fun. Just we have a nice full board. So yeah, that's the build. We got very unlucky, but I smacked my light. But this is pretty close to, I think, the ideal endless. I think you actually Really, you'd want to not rely on this many units because your game will lag. And yet, I think the libraries would be slightly more optimal. But I mean, these cemeteries should do a lot of heavy lifting. Although my good cemeteries, I pushed over here. Well, at least one of them I did. I should have 3 good cemeteries, right? 1. Where'd the others go? Oh, maybe I earthwork some away. 2. You only count 2. Oh well. Not that it matters. Yeah, and then you just roll for mortgage. We piece out the king of... Well... Yeah, we'll piece out king of nothing. There is an argument to be made to keep him so we can get the steel coats. We mortgage this. And then we have infinite gold, though it's not as infinite as other builds. And pretty infinite mob count. I do reroll for money. I'll grab the swords. Let's do the next chaos, and we'll call it. I think I'll just call it. I don't see a reason to go to year 200. We could though. We could. I think this would go further than the rats, especially if you do it correctly, where you just stack steel coats. Offering that away. And don't care about anything else. There we go. And the fun thing is, if we were running camps, the camps would get buffed by the slimes. It's way later than I would have liked, so I don't care so much anymore. But the camps would trigger on the slime spawn, so you could have the camp next to whatever you want to have buffed up. The dragon dens obviously also benefit from the slime. Realistically, you'd want the slime early in the game so that you could proc the both the camps and the kind of tile destruction damage buff from the dragon dens here. But you know, about 165 years late. Better late than never, I suppose. Let's see. Is there a boss? Are you a boss? I don't think he's a boss. Yeah, we have 4 dragon, like, waves of dragons, by the way. They're never... Like, they'd have to kill my units. I don't really want 3 copies of anything. Stronger summons. Why not? Procreate here. And then... Overinvest. Shields. And we keep the overhaul so we can clear the tile. I mean, imagine if we had like 1,000 units here in the slime, and then we kept cloning them over here. You could do it, I think. I think with farms, it would be doable. I think that unfortunately leads to lagging, so I don't know if it's actually ideal to do that. Ideally, you want to have, again, like a big number, but not too big of a number of units. The scary thing is they're actually chewing through all of my units. I think? No, they can't be. No, that's just because it takes a while to render, I'm pretty sure. Like, let's look at the slimes. 188. Let's see if they kill any of the slimes. Yeah, they killed 2 slimes. So, I think we're fine there. Yeah, it has to wait to render, by the way. It's just why you don't do a bunch of units, which we learned in the rats. But, you know, I guess we're going to go to year 200 and call it, since we're here. Might as well show it off. Oh. Well, This is why you should wait for it to render before you press play. We call it here. Why not? Yeah, I'm sure. It's fine. Oh no, I died. Yeah, it's just king difficulty, by the way. Almost 2 hours. Was it worth? I don't know, maybe. Well, that was the slime build on King of Nomads. I think King of Nomads needs some buffs. I have to say. I think Warlord is really good. And Mob is okay, but not good past like King 5. Camp is surprisingly good. I am surprised, but it's gimmicky. Very gimmicky. Migration is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Its utility of moving things around if your placement is off or you need to adjust your build, in addition to the power of 10% damage and HP. You don't even need both. Many times you just want HP. Insane, insane card. And it buffs thing. This probably buff walls, to be honest. Maybe I should try that. But like, this buffs non-units as well. Insane card. Probably the best card overall, especially when you're not playing King of Nomads, but playing other factions. It's even better in King of Nomads, obviously. Dragon's Den is terrible, 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 terrible. It takes way too long. Way too long. But then, if you can get it set up, it can one-shot everything, like we're seeing here. Like, this will do all the damage you'll ever need if you can set up a line of them and build them up. But the problem is units move way too fast, so you still need to set up a defensive line as well. Way too much setup for high difficulties especially. Shields is pretty good. It's a nice stabilizer early game. It feels like a trap to me though. Without the King of Nomad perk, I don't want to like rely on shields, but if I happen to get shields, they're really good in high difficulty because there's not a lot of builds you can do in high difficulty. Like you just stack defenders or something. So shields are good there. Swords are not good, like at all, but there are a few units that would benefit from them, but in high difficulty, none of the units are any good. Like the executioners and the dispenser, cards that have high attack speed and don't have damage would benefit from swords, especially dispenser. But like high attack speed, I heard attack speed actually is capped at like 20 per second. Soft caps. Like no unit actually does more than 20 attacks per second, apparently. Not official, although supposedly the dev said it somewhere. I just haven't found the actual evidence. Either way, yes, swords they're not good. Because the early game is good. It falls off a cliff late game. Like 5% is nothing. I'd rather migration. But you have to have an open spot, obviously, for migration. But still, like swords is a waste of a card in most cases. Frost. I've come around to Frost a little bit. The problem is you need to be able to apply it through attacks. So this is only good like Defender, which will... The reflect the Defender does counts as an attack for things like Poison Vial and also things like Frost. So this is like reducing the enemy's damage by 20%, kind of. And the only reason why I would put it on Defenders is because they're probably also poisoning the enemy, either through King of Stone cauldrons or thorns from the policy, or even just on attack through like Poison Vial. So making the enemy attack slower isn't good, but because defenders, they'll just take the damage and they reflect 100% of the damage. So you just have to have more health. But if you're applying poison to them, the poison ticks at a steady rate. So Frost would technically let your defenders last longer. So it's okay. It's not good as an actual aggressive, like on units that actually attack. I don't think it's any good. Late game, at least. And high difficulties. It's probably fine at like King 9 and below, maybe. Maybe. Overall, I think this faction's like Warlord is everything if you're trying to win on high difficulty. Warlord and a defensive unit. Otherwise, if you're another faction, Migration and sometimes camps and shields, although you don't want to like search for them. Oh yeah, Raptor. Raptor's fun. Raptor's also a gimmicky unit. It's not bad, but maybe I'll try something with him, but it's a mount, so that already makes it worse. I guess the charge puts them behind the enemies, which can help with some units like the Ballista on King of Stone, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm looking forward to the next patch. Hopefully King of Nomads gets a little love. And hopefully we see the King of... It's the King of Time. You can see it from the Steam cards. But, yeah. Either way. Or a long video today, even though I will be doing a lot of edits. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like. If you'd like to see more, feel free to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.